Okay, now that we've got a row times a column, let's do a row times two columns and see how that goes. 2, 1, 3, 1. And we're going to multiply that times the matrix 2, 4, 1, 0, going down, and 5, 3, negative 4, 1. So now I've got my row over here, and I've got two columns over here. So it's almost like a distribution process. We'll multiply a row times a column, and then a row times a column again. Let's just verify whether or not the product is defined. This is a 1 by 4 matrix. And on the other side, I've got a 4 by 2 matrix. So these two numbers, again, have to be the same. They are. And the outer numbers are the size of the resulting matrix. So I know the resulting matrix will be a 1 by 2 matrix. So let's go ahead and multiply this up and see what we get. So let's take our row times the first column, and we do it just as we defined. And I'm going to actually write this out in a very deliberate way. It's going to look a little funny, and normally we wouldn't do this, but I'm going to show the deliberate distribution almost, if you will, of this first row. So there's our row times our first column, and we'll write out our first column as 2, 4, 1, 0. And then the second element in this matrix is going to be our row times the second column. So I'll have another element over here that's going to be created when I take 2, 1, 3, 1 and multiply it times the column 2 here in the second matrix. So 5, 3, negative 4, and 1. So this is kind of a little bit of a funny way to write this out, but I think it deliberately shows what we're doing when we're multiplying rows times columns. So I like to do it this way. Now that first one we've already computed. We know that that's 11. So now we just need to compute the product in the second part of this. So now I end up with a matrix that looks like 11, and then we need to compute this piece over here. So we've got multiplying corresponding elements, 2 times 5, which is 10, plus 1 times 3, which is 3, plus 3 times negative 4, which is negative 12. So really this is going to be minus 12. And 1 times 1, which is 1. So plus 1. So when we add all that up, you end up with 2. So the second element in our matrix is 2. So in this case, again, we get that 1 by 2 matrix with the first element is 11 and the second element is 2. So practice that below. And again, we'll move on to the next size matrix.